Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to this video. In this video we are going to talk about a bit about machine learning and Mahout. Machine learning is a discipline that talks about stuff that's a small subset of artificial intelligence. So basically machine learning is an idea where you want machines to take decisions for you. One of the most classical case of machine learning would be spam filtering. When you create a Gmail account, over the period of time Gmail learns what you click, what you don't click, and based on that it trains the program to figure out if the certain mail is a spam or not a spam. So machine learning is a discipline that basically talks about making machines smarter so that they can take decisions. Now if you want to do machine learning in Hadoop, there is a ready-made library called as Mahout that could be used. Now, machine learning is a separate discipline in itself, and this course just gives you a very small gist of it. So in this video, we are going to talk about what exactly is machine learning, and Mahout is a tool that lets you do machine learning, or it is a set of ready-made programs that are there for you to do machine learning. It's as good as recommendation engine is basically a concept of machine learning, and Mahout has ready-made algorithms to basically perform a recommendation engine. So let's understand what exactly is machine learning. So let's quickly talk about fundamentals of computer programming. As a programmer, we've always, the way we've code is basically if something is A or something is B. So something like this. If we were to write a code that would do spam filtering, it would something like, if the line contains make money fast at home, we would say it's a spam. If the message has happy birthday to auntie, we will say that probably it's not a spam. But like this, humanly, how many conditions can you put? It's highly unrealistic to basically put an if condition for each and every message that you get. But what you really want is you train the machines so that machines can take decision based on the incoming messages. So the idea of machine learning is making machines smarter than what they are. Machine learning is a field within artificial intelligence. AI is the science and engineering of making intelligent machines. Machine learning focuses on automated knowledge acquisition, primarily through design and implementation of algorithms. Machine learning algorithms learn based on the input provided. Spam filtering is one of the most common or poster boy of machine learning. So the output produced varies by application, can be product recommendation, can be a possible diagnosis for a disease, or items group based on similarity. So when you talk of machine learning in general, there are three most important concepts that are discussed: collaborative filtering, clustering, and classification. They are also called as 3 C's of machine learning. So when people talk of machine learning, they would normally refer it as 3 C's of machine learning. So what are 3 C's of machine learning? Collaborative filtering, clustering, and classification. So here we will talk more about collaborative filtering. Collaborative filtering is a technique for recommendations. Okay, it's basically an idea to let people recommend products based on their previous choices or based on users who are similar to them. So there are majorly two ways of doing collaborative filtering. One is user based, another is product based. If user A is similar to user B, then a product that user A liked preferably will be preferred by user B. That's called as user based collaborative filtering. If people purchase a toothbrush and the most common item they purchase with that is a toothpaste, so that becomes product based recommendations. Where user is not a factor, it's a similarity of a product that basically comes to is of importance. So what are the most important applications of collaborative filtering? Recommendation engines for like movies, television, can be anything. So the next discipline or the next C in machine learning is clustering. Clustering is basically finding the relationship and basically grouping items according to that. Let's say one of the most common application of clustering is Google News Reader. So if you are reading something about NFL, suddenly all the articles that you see are always related to NFL. Now with billions of articles, it's not humanly possible to group them together it's machines that do it. So for example, we are talking of a natural disaster, then the machine would look at other documents and articles and figure out which one of them group as natural disaster. So clustering is an art of grouping articles or grouping set of documents together to form a relationship. Okay, so they basically structure collections or bring structure to collections of data. So clustering, one of the most or few of the most common applications for clustering are market segmentation, finding related news articles, and some other applications in the medical science. And the third C of machine learning, so we've seen collaborative filtering, we've seen clustering. The third is classification. The previous two were unsupervised learning, but when it comes to classification, it's a supervised learning. That means you will have to train the machine for it to take decisions in future. You will have to first train the machine that looks like this is a spam, so that later on the machines will take decisions based on that. So it's called as supervised learning. One of the most common applications of machine learning with classification are spam filtering, oncology, and risk analysis. Okay, so based on a certain transactions, you feel that okay, looks like there is some risk involved in this particular transaction. So these are 3 C's of machine learning: collaborative filtering, clustering, and classification. Collaborative filtering is recommending products typically, clustering is building structure around data, and classification is classifying something is X or Y based on certain training program that you've done. So first two are unsupervised and the third one is supervised. Along with that, one thing is important, that there are no good or bad algorithms. It's the data that makes an algorithm good or bad. There are many algorithms for each type of machine learning, and there is overall no best algorithm. Algorithm choice is most often depending on data volume. Okay, the idea is that the best approach is typically have algorithms that are simple but have a lot of data. If you just have 2 data sets and in another case you have 1 billion data sets, getting something out of 2 data sets is always going to be difficult against getting something out of 1 billion data sets. That's the core idea of having a lot of data. That's the importance of having a lot of data. So that's the whole thing. Let's quickly look at one of the small example of classifier. Now, Knife's Bayes is one of the most common classifier that is used, typically used in spam filtering. Let's take a small example. Let's say that first condition, 87.1% of messages from unknown sender are spam, and 94.7 messages that are mentioning Rolex are spam. So now based on that, you classify that if it's a known sender and it has Rolex, probably that's not a spam. If it's an unknown sender and has Rolex, then that's definitely a spam. So based on that, you define what is spam and what is not spam. And this is a ready-made algorithm which could be directly implemented. You don't have to code that, it's already written for you, you just have to use it right now. That's the importance of Mahout. Okay, so there are a lot of applications for this classifiers: medical diagnosis, prediction of loan default, root cause analysis, spam filtering, and so on and so forth. So this was all about machine learning. What we've seen in machine learning example or machine learning presentation or video is that machine learning is a concept of making machines smarter. There are 3 major streams: collaborative filtering, classification, and clustering. Collaborative filtering and clustering are unsupervised, classification is supervised, and the tool that has ready-made algorithms is Mahout, where you just write your code to tell what you want and Mahout will take care of rest of it. Then you can just tune the program. So this was all about machine learning and Mahout being a tool that is used to do that. That was it, and thanks for watching this video and see you in the next video. Thank you.